Assalamu alaikum, Raza bhai. What's your controversial opinion?
Welcome. I think my controversial opinion is that um, crypto adoption is facilitating a more efficient way for money to flow. It gives more financial freedom for places where currencies are weaker, as it gives access to like the dollar. But at the same time, the problem is that it puts more power into the dollar. So now the whole world is going towards dollarization. So it's sort of like fixing a problem and creating a problem at the same time.
So, before this call, you mentioned with Pakistan being more open to adopting crypto now. Since the time I think you were here in 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, it wasn't accepting as much. Uh, Balki, a lot of things were actually banned. So
Yeah.
now we're seeing another trend where actually CZ and everyone else from the crypto world are having podcasts, not only in Pakistan but in the Faisal Masjid. And you were saying the Pakistani rupee is volatile, so why not just move to a more less volatile sort of currency? But tell me how that works.
So, Chachi, first thing is that what crypto enables is so crypto has always been very volatile. That's why people don't like it. You would see like very high ups, very like deep lows. There's a lot of scamming going around. So that's why one of the reasons why it was banned. The second reason why it was banned is very interesting. Why governments like not just Pakistan but also look at like African countries, right? Like Nigeria, like Kenya. They used to ban they used to ban crypto because of capital outflow. What it does is now your local people are no longer holding the Nigerian naira or the Pakistani rupee. They are starting to hold another currency, their wealth in another currency. So there's capital outflow, and governments don't like that. Now, what is the most popular? Now, this accelerated because of stable coins. Now, what is stablecoin? Stablecoin is a type of currency, cryptocurrency, that essentially what it does is it brought the dollar to blockchain. So now, when you have a dollar, a stable coin, a dollar on blockchain like USDT or USDC, you are guaranteed that the value of this cryptocurrency is always going to be equal to $1. But the accessibility is now worldwide. Now imagine like if you want to hold a dollar or buy a dollar today, you go to like Western Union, you go to an exchange office, right? You give them physical dollars and physical rupees, and then you get physical dollars, right? अब ये करने की जरूरत नहीं है because what you do is you have a smartphone, you connect your smartphone to any crypto exchange like Binance, ठीक है ना? You have rupees in your bank account, you just swap it for USDC and now you're holding dollars or you swap it for USDT. So this happened en masse because you can have VPN even if crypto is banned in your country. You use VPN or you find a way. You come to an exchange now, capital alpha. So this is the second reason why most countries had it banned because of the capital outflow, and this is also what creates controversy because now governments are thinking, what are we gonna do? So governments are flipping, saying instead of fighting it, they're adopting it because there's a third flavor. And this is a very interesting one, which is you can have a stable coin in your local currency. So think about the Pakistani rupee on the blockchain. And so this will enable potentially the adoption of cryptocurrency and potentially battling the controversy. But the biggest problem is we're moving to a dollar, we're moving to a universe where only the dollar is used.
And the dollar holds is it's we have stable coins that are gold equated, right? That move away from the dollar. What about those?
That's a that's a very interesting question, yes. But so the first problem is you make sure that the gold is there, that the value of the cryptocurrency remains like pegged to, let's say, the value of gold, etc. So trust is a huge issue. This is a huge opportunity to potentially battle or actually go back where currency started. Back in the days, you know, you could only print money against the reserve, like the gold reserve or any other like valuable underlying asset. That has completely been disrupted. So, so cryptocurrency is bringing it back again potentially, but we're not seeing mass adoption there because the brand and perception of the dollar is so strong. The brand and the accessibility. You also need to think about how do you spend it. The dollar you can spend everywhere in the world, right? आप जहाँ भी आप जाना चाहते हैं. Like you go to like any like Asian country, you are a tourist, you have dollars in your pocket, they will accept the dollar. So this is the problem that there might be novel product ideas, stable coins that are like backed against gold or oil or silver or any other, re, uh, you know, um, commodity or asset. But the global adoption of the dollar is what makes people want the dollar. So oil is traded in dollar. You know, the China Africa trade route is dollar. If you look at LATAM, like Latin American countries, South America and North America, how do they want to trade? They don't want peso. They so pesos is like a local currency for one of the countries. They want dollar. They want pay me in dollar. Look at the Russia Ukraine conflict. When Russia was selling gas and oil to like Europe, they was like, no, you have to buy our currency, but they were swapping it to the dollar. So the biggest problem is the adoption of the dollar.
So so then we've only got two options for easier adoption of crypto or or stable coin uh, in a more easier way is either we have it backed up by a physical entity like the dollar, like gold, say, and again there's a problem there where there has to be a synergy between the digital and physical holding of it, right? And another like the most weird example, and this is how I think crypto became sort of and Web3 became known for scams and everything, and NFT is everything holds the value that you give it. And I think that's what happened with NFTs. So, what do you think is a more easier option in the future where you're going to have physical holdings to back the digital spending, or is it just going to be digital spending and uh, like like our current system, you're going to have whatever value people assign to that particular thing?
So this is now in the territory of predicting the future. Now the world is digitizing, that's guaranteed, right? So we are no longer like our parents used to hold cash. They would pay their rent or like they would pay their grocery cash. Everything is digital now. So where the trend is going towards is digital currency. Now, when you ask me about different crypto assets, different crypto types of currency, like crypto assets like NFTs, cryptocurrencies like different type of tokens, maybe different types of it. Sure, there will be interest, but at the end of the day, people only use what is familiar to them. Why has stablecoins like rise in popularity, especially in the global south, right? So if you look at Pakistan, like Pakistan, for instance, PayPal. PayPal is banned in Pakistan, right? So so the access to the dollar was diminished. It's not eliminated, it's lessened, right? But what crypto does is you can find a solution like for crypto to be applied for anything. That could be art, that could be like decentralized vagera doesn't matter. The real use case and product market fit. Where has crypto real use case is payment rails, is stable coins, and not every stable coin. People want dollar. So I think that the future, I'm not very optimistic around NFTs. I am very optimistic about something else, which is tokenizing. So now you see people bringing gold on chain, silver on chain, right? So the tokenization, the digitization of real world assets, that is something is people are interested in.
There's this also this new
Yeah.
there's this new trend in Pakistan. Tokenization is more famous in Pakistan with regards to real estate. So tokenization in real estate in Pakistan is a big thing. Um, so I think Raza bhai, I have nothing more to add. This was a good take to have. and it's more towards on the curiosity side. Okay, what's gonna happen, rather than is it happening right now? So, if nothing more to add, I think
Mm,
this is where we're gonna end the call. Jazakallah khair for coming on board.
yes. So I will say this on a final note. Web3 crypto is the new internet. It's the new face of internet, whether you like it or not. It is the new phase of financial infrastructure. And so if you're hearing this, you need to understand, don't fight it, adopt it. And how do you apply it? 90% is a scam. You are 100% right. If you think 90%, 100%, that was the same with internet. Remember back in the days, credit card scams, everything on the internet was like, but maturity happens, it will also happen crypto. Now, are you going to be at the forefront and make use of this opportunity? Or are you going to be at the back and then 10 years from now, everyone in there has a wallet. Everyone has like a stable coins. Are you just a user? So to transition from a user to driving the innovation, learn what it means to digitize assets. Whether it's digitizing the dollar, digitizing real estate, digitizing gold, and this provides real new opportunities, especially for entrepreneurs in fintech.
Chali, awesome. I think that's a good take to have, and that's a good soundbite as well. Jazakallah Jazawai for the time, Jazakallah for coming on board.
No, thank you for having me.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.